Obviously, you guys played very well from start to finish. How much of an impact do you think their four players that they had missing had in terms of what they could and couldn't do, or ways that you could take advantage of them?
Oh, it was everything. You know, one, you hate to see kids have to go through something like this. You know, a lot of us have made mistakes in our lives, but I don't think at the time you realize the impact it has not only on your life, but all the people around you that care about you. So you can't lose four quality players in one day and expect to have success. I told Mo before the game, I felt real bad about it. You can always say it opens up opportunities for other people, but you don't want to see kids' lives affected by just one silly incident. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't give you second chances, and hopefully this can be resolved and, you know, they can get on with their lives. This program, you know, he can coach. I watch film. They were a team that we really had a lot of respect for before we came here, and that hasn't changed. A football game here, and they had artificial turf, and I thought I was faster than I was. But, you know, my mom moved here and allowed me to grow up in a great environment. And, you know, I had a great high school coach that gave me this opportunity. And, you know, there are a lot of great memories for me. I love Long Island. You know, we live out on the island in the summertime. I feel bad. I heard Long Beach got hit pretty hard with Sandy, and it's impacted a lot of people's lives, and that's kind of tough. But it's always great coming back here and, you know, seeing old friends. Matt Doherty left me some really high character kids that want to be coached. It's a great school. I love being involved in basketball in any capacity, and, you know, at my age, for somebody to take a chance with me I think it's pretty incredible. And they better get us this year, because we're gonna be pretty good pretty quickly. I don't know what conference we'll be in the way things are going. And I don't know how kids are going to be able to go to class with the amount of travel they have. But aside from being away from my family and friends, it's been an unbelievable experience for me. And I just hope that, you know, all the people that have taught me, that I can share their knowledge. The whole question, but I heard the names. Speedy, we drafted in the first round, and he had a terrible ACL, but he's one of my favorite guys. And in spite of that serious knee injury, he had a heck of a career. But I wish he had some eligibility left. I wouldn't be so nervous before games. And then, you know, we've lived in Philly quite a while, and there's unbelievable coaches and programs in that city, and they've allowed me to, you know, be involved. And, you know, I live real close to Jay, and he was a tremendous advocate of mine and helped me get where I am. And I'm sure I drove him crazy, but I think he saved my life in a lot of ways, just, you know, allowing me to be part of basketball after I got fired from Charlotte. But there's a lot of guys in this profession that, you know, help. And I've been one that's been pretty fortunate to be around a good group.
First of all, you know, just like to say thank you for everybody for coming here today. Secondly, you know, just want to give a lot of credit to our kids and our staff. Obviously, the ball didn't go in the hoop for us as much as we would have liked to tonight, but it's been a difficult few days. And those guys have been very resilient. I thought they went out there and they gave it all their all today. Obviously, we had a lot of new guys in new positions, but the last thing I'll say along those lines is it's been a difficult couple days, and there's nobody that feels worse about it than me. There's nobody that's more disappointed, almost heartbroken in many ways. But we're going to keep working hard. That's all we can do. I'm proud of those guys. I'm proud of our staff, and we're going to work hard every day because that's all I know how to do. I'm going to take any questions now. Jamie, they've been difficult on a lot of levels. Like I said, the word heartbroken comes to mind. Challenging, but like I said, we're going to persevere and we're going to keep working hard and just keep trying to get a little bit better every day. I told our team that today after the game. We have to focus on trying to get better every day now.
Mo, generally speaking, do you feel that somebody who accepts an athletic scholarship to a university has to represent the university in a certain way?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's part of their job. I can't comment publicly on specific guys, but I think absolutely. I think that's part of their job. That's part of their what they're required to do. It's part of what we talk about. I talk to our guys all the time about being in the right place, doing the right thing, conducting themselves the right way.
How big a part of it? How big a part is that component when you recruit players?
I can't, again, comment specifically on players, but generally, it's a big part. My staff, myself, we take every opportunity when we recruit kids to meet them, meet their families, meet the people around them, meet the people that support them. That's part of our job, and we do that to the best of our ability. I go back to, a little bit of my last answer. I think that we, as a staff, myself, we take every opportunity to evaluate every kid, know their families, their parents, their AAU coaches, their high school coaches, and we do that to the best of our ability. It's part of what we work very hard at. It's a great question. It's a great question. And all I know how to do is work hard every day and be myself and continue to do the things that I believe in. I love this university. I do. I love Hofstra. I love coming to work here every day. I love the support staff. I love the people. I love our team. As I said earlier, I'm incredibly disappointed. In fact, heartbroken in many ways. So all I can do is work as hard as I can every day for a place that I love very much.
Mo, can you kind of talk about how players reacted? I know you're speaking on that today. What was that feeling like for players who are still on the team? How difficult has the last 2 days been for the players who played today?
Jerry, I've been here a little over 2 years. There's been some wonderful days. There's been some fabulous days here. I think back to hanging Charles Jenkins' jersey in the rafters. I think about winning the most CAA games that we've ever won, and so many other wonderful days. There's been some challenging ones too, and that was a challenging day. It's a challenging meeting. But I will tell you that our guys are resilient. Our guys are resilient. My staff is resilient. And most importantly, I'm resilient. And we're just going to keep working as hard as we can. And it's, as some of the guys in my office or in the locker room after said, hey, it's a long season. We're not where we'd like to be right now, but we've got some good pieces, and we're just going to keep building on it and building on it and building on it.
Well, I spent a couple of hours on campus and in front of the building today before the game, just talking to students about how they felt about Hofstra being in the news and whatnot. And there was a mixture of replies. But if there was one that was overwhelming, it was that they felt embarrassed by the way that Hofstra was making news here. Could you describe how you feel about the fact that your program is the source of that embarrassment?
I think I've mentioned it a couple times, and I'm happy to say it again. I'm heartbroken. I love this place. and I love the opportunity that I've been given here. I love all the players and the people around this university. I love the students. I can't sit here and tell you I'm the best coach in the world, but I can tell you I do everything I can to reach out to this community, to the students, to everybody around here on campus and off. Every chance I get, I love it. And there's nobody that feels worse, that has slept less, that is more devastated about this than me. A few times, whether it was privately or publicly, I think Larry Brown's probably forgot more basketball than I know. Hall of Fame coach, and he gave me a couple real positive words before the game. He said, "Coach, I'm sorry, I was talking down here to my family. I wanted to come down in the other end and spend a few minutes with you. And you've got some good players and you've got a good team. You just got to keep working hard. And I'm sorry for what you're going through right now." And he was wonderful, and he's got a very good team. That's a good basketball team. We obviously didn't play our best today, but that's a very good basketball. Who doesn't love Matt Grogan, right? I mean, how can you not love Matt Grogan? I mean, every time he shoots the ball, everybody in here wants it to go in, right? I mean, I think the opposing team wants it to go in. So, we love Matt Grogan. He's fought through and been here through every step of this transition, and he's been a great voice in the locker room. So we're going to continue to get him some minutes. And again, some of our guys who have played pretty well up to this point didn't play very well tonight. As I said to them in the locker room, it's been a challenging week. But you know what? We got 2 games next week. We got to get ready for Wagner, and we got to hook arms here, and we got to stay tight, and we got to keep focusing on what's really important.
Well, I know that the first 7 games was only a very small sampling of the season, but the players, the 4 players, represented about 40% of your scoring. I don't know what your plan in the big picture was for what their roles might be come conference season, but what's still realistic for this team given the small number of scholarship people? I mean, were those guys still going to be major players later, or is your plan still intact?
Well, I think the plan has to adjust a little bit. We certainly don't have as many bodies as we had hoped we'd have right now. We have some talented guys. We still we're hopeful to get Jamal Coombs-McDaniel back in the next week or so, which adds another body. So we've got some things that are going to work in our benefit. And again, tonight our guys didn't play as well as we would have liked to. You know what? It's been like I said, a challenging week for many of them. But we're going to have to readjust and adapt. Have to play a little differently. In the beginning of the year we played a little faster. We're going to have to maybe really reevaluate that. I got a terrific staff. We're going to sit down and go through the film and find ways to really be effective, and I know we can be. 2 weeks ago tomorrow, we coming off 3 wins in a row. Beat Marshall, beat South Dakota State, 2 NCAA tournament teams, won 3 in a row, and we're feeling great. Obviously, as I mentioned, we're not feeling so great today, but all we can do is take one day at a time and continue to try to get better.